Hey, what is going on, Aquarius? Butch here. I am going to do your 1 month read from now to the end of September. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. With all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what message do we have for Aquarius for September 2024? Excuse me. All right. So the first thing I'm picking up on is I feel like the end of something. I feel like recently there has been an end to a relationship. You know, I mean, first and foremost, we're getting the three of Swords, which is that heartbreak. You know, and we also have the Tower card, so something falling apart. You know, and I feel like with this, I don't feel like this is completely recent, but I do feel like the remnants is still there. You know, I feel like, to be honest with you, I feel like you've walked away from this. You know, emotionally, you've walked away from this, and I feel like that's not. It's not so much the loss that has caused you that heartbreak. It's the feeling of being betrayed. You know, I feel like this person betrayed your trust. You know, and I feel like with this person, sometimes in an end of a relationship, it's not so much the heartbreak of losing that person as much as much as it is the thought that this person had done that to you, this person that you thought you could trust. It's like almost like a pride swallowing event, you know, where you didn't see it coming. You didn't see what was happening right in front of you. You know, and I feel like with this person, it took a lot for you to walk away from this, but I feel like you really had to be honest with yourself. You had to take a hard truth and really look at this. You know, and I feel like it is something that even before it was over, I feel like you kind of already emotionally walked away from it. You know, but I feel like it's almost like it just left that bad taste in your mouth. You know, and I mean, I feel like there was a lot of hot and cold energy with that connection. And it was almost like it puts you into like that hermit mode where you were like thinking a lot about this. And like I said, it's not that it didn't hurt you emotionally. I just feel like it didn't just hurt you emotionally. It hurt your pride. It hurt, you know, to know that you gave to this person, you know, that you opened up to this person, and they could do that to you. Like I said, I mean, with that Ten of Swords, it's like that feeling of being betrayed. But like I said, we also have the death card. And with the death card, it represents the end, but also a new beginning. And I feel like that's exactly what we're having. I mean, this isn't all going to be bad news. I'm just letting you know right now. I know it started off, but I mean, that was the energy we're picking up, that the end of something old. But I mean, at that person, I feel like you really had to take a look at it and really decide. And I feel like at the end of the day, you're the one that made the decision. But they didn't make it. They didn't make it a hard decision. That feeling like you couldn't trust them. And I feel like that was for good reason, because like with the Ten of Swords, like I said, it's that feeling of betrayal. But moving on, what else I see is I feel like there's somebody else. Now, I do get the sense that this other person is someone that they already know you, because I feel like they've been watching you. They've been kind of watching and waiting. Now, the reason why they haven't already told you how they feel, because like I said, I feel like they've been really watching you, and I feel like they have some strong feelings for you. But I feel like the reason why they haven't told you, we have that Five of Cups, so look at the negatives to the positives. I feel like this person is, and with the Five of Swords, not wanting to have that regret, I feel like this person didn't want to come to you till you're ready. They didn't feel like you were ready. I feel like they already picked up that you weren't ready. And they didn't want to be a rebound, or they didn't want to be, caught up in this past energy. They're watching and they're waiting patiently. But like I said, I mean, they wanted to, but they didn't want to be too impulsive. They didn't want to be too forthcoming with this. With that Knight of Wands in reverse, they didn't want to be just a rebound. They didn't want to just be, that person that they didn't want to be the stepping stone to something else. Like I said, I mean, I feel like this person really was fighting the urge to tell you how they felt, but like I said, they didn't want to tell you until you were ready to hear it. It's like that, yes, I'm big on quotes, but one of these quotes that I really enjoy is, you've heard part of it before, it's very well known, but when one door closes, another door opens. But so often we spend so much time looking back at the closed door that we don't see the door that's open to us, the new door that's open to us. I believe that was Alexander Graham Bell. But yeah, like I said, I feel like with this person, they didn't want to be that open door that wasn't acknowledged. They wanted to come to you when you were ready. Like I said, I mean, I feel like this person has some strong feelings for you already. I mean, they see how strong you are. I feel like they're very, very impressed by you. They admire you, and I feel like this person I feel like they adore you. But they didn't want to come to you until you're ready to hear it. But with this person, what I do see is I feel like this is the balance that you need in your life. And I feel like I said, that last person left a sour taste in your mouth, but I feel like with this person brings in balance with that Temperance, that Sagittarius energy. And we also have the Hangman. This person will show you a different perspective. Show you that you can trust someone, because I feel like with this person, trust is very important. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the establishment of trust. This person will, they're going to be honest with you, and they're going to be open with you. Once they feel like you're ready to hear it, they're going to tell you what they have to say. And they're going to be very open and honest. And like I said, it's going to be to the point where you see a different perspective. Generally, when we get hurt, it's hard for us to move on, because we're still kind of that lingering like I said, that lingering sour taste in our mouth that we just, sometimes it's hard to, there's not enough mouthwash in the world to wash that taste out sometimes. And like I said, with this past person, I mean, this could be something that was over for a while, or this is something that's still kind of just sitting there, still in that energy. But either way, like I said, this new person is waiting, and they're waiting very patiently because they saw what they wanted to see. They're not going anywhere. And not only that, but I mean, this person is something much more than that past person ever could have been. And that's the thing about life, is sometimes things have to come to an end for new things to begin. Like I said, with the death card, it doesn't just represent the death of something or the end of something. It's the rebirth. It's the beginning of something new. If we get stuck in a relationship where we weren't meant to be, and the longer we're stuck in that, the longer we're postponing the one we were supposed to be in, the person we were supposed to find. And like I said, with this person, this is someone emotionally available, emotionally mature. And like I said, this is not just something light. This person has been waiting, and it's new love. And like I said, I mean, when this person finds that moment when you're ready, I mean, this person's gonna come. They're gonna come chase you. They're gonna come to you, and they're gonna put themselves out there. And I feel like you're gonna find a lot of happiness in this person. Like I said, this is someone that shows up. This is someone that, we have that establishment of trust that they couldn't be any more opposite than that past person. And that's the thing, that when we have someone new come in, when that right person comes along, they have the power, whether they know it or not, to make you completely forget about that past person. Not too many people that are truly in love remember the heartbreaks. It's because you have better things to think about. And yes, it can be painful, especially when you feel like you've been betrayed, or when you invested something in something and it didn't pay off. But like I said, when you're happy and you're with someone that makes you happy, like I said, with that 9 of Cups, that emotional fulfillment, you won't think about it. We don't, not very often you're standing on a sunny, you're at a beach on a sunny day and everything's great. It's a beautiful day. You're having fun. There's not very often you're going to sit there and think about the rainy, muddy days. Because we got too much going on, too much good stuff going on for the bad stuff to take part of. And with this person, like I said, the protector and the nurturer, the king and the queen, the emperor and the empress. I feel like you have a very bright future with this person. And I feel like this person will truly show you a different perspective on relationships. Like I said before, sometimes we get hurt and we don't ever want to feel that again, so we shut ourselves off. That's not the right approach. It truly isn't. Trust me when I say that. I've been there and I've done that. This person, they know what you have to offer. Now they want to show you what they have to offer. And I feel like this is someone that you're going to have a lot of great communication with, and I feel like a lot of happy days where you won't have the time or the energy to be thinking about these negative days. Like, thinking about negative days is when you're in a negative day. Like when it's raining out and it's gloomy, it's very easy to think about, you're like, okay, well, it's been rainy and gloomy a lot lately. But like I said, when that sun comes out and you're having a great day, you generally don't think about that stuff. And that's just how the mind works. When you're happy, you don't have to think about the sad times. When you're sad, it's very easy to kind of compound those sad days into one, all into big one. Like, You know, when bad shit's happening, when you feel like you're having a bad spurt of luck, and you're like, my luck's been shit lately. Because it's easy to, when you're having a bad day, to add other bad days into that, because it just groups it up. Just like when you have a string of really good days. And I see a lot of good days coming. Like I said, this person's been waiting patiently for you. You know, they've been watching and they've been waiting. And they'll come to you when the time is absolutely right. And like I said, this person is showing you a different perspective. They're not like that past person at all. If they were, they would have already came to you. You know, it's an establishment of trust. This person is emotionally available. You know, they're not taking this lightly. And you're worth the wait. Now with that past person, I mean, I'm getting some Libra. You know, we're getting some Libra, some Aquarius. You got some Scorpio as well. Some Virgo. And now with this new person, I mean, we have Aries, we have Sagittarius, we have Aquarius and Gemini. Now that's not necessarily what the sign you're looking for, that's just the energies that I'm seeing in this read. But that's the thing. It takes one. Let me think this one through before I say it, because I don't want to piss anybody off by saying it wrong. You know, I don't want to seem over. I get involved in my readings, I really do, and that's why it is very hard to do so many readings in a day, because you just get so emotionally attached to it. And everybody that I've ever talked to, other tarot readers, they tell me not to do that, but I really find it hard not to. And I'm okay with that. You know, I have a lot of empathy. And I feel like it kind of draws me in. But so there can be one really bad person that comes into your life, or a string of bad people. But generally, there's one person that you can account any insecurities to you, that you have, or commitment issues you have, or any kind of issue you have. Generally, there's one, you know, I call them the commander of pain. And that one person is usually your go-to when shit hits the fan. Like, you know, when things go bad, you're thinking, okay, this is just another one of these. They're just like them. There's a really bad person that really kind of sets us on a different path sometimes. And if you think of it as like captains on a ship, one really bad captain can take you way off course. But a really good one, they'll get you back on. So sometimes we get hurt really bad by someone, but there's always the ebb and flow. For every asshole that we've ever met, or, you know, and I mean that, and that's not a male, I don't mean that in a masculine sense, I just mean in general. For every asshole we meet, there's a balance that comes in. There's someone that's really good, you know, and it's like I always say, I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm an optimist by nature. And I think that in life, there's a balance. You know, it's like the theory that, would you enjoy the sunlight if you never knew darkness? You know, would love be as strong if you didn't know hate? you know, it's an ebb and flow. And I feel like there's a good and bad. You know, would you appreciate a good person if you didn't know a bad person? Would you appreciate them as much? Is what I guess I'm getting at. That's just the way I think. I'm very cerebral. I dig deeply into everything, and like I've said before, I do a lot of reading. And I'm always trying to, you know, I take information like it's food, and I'm starving, you know. But that's the thing, like in life, would you know joy? Would you appreciate joy more if you would already experience pain? You know, and that's the thing. It's a silver lining. I mean, in every relationship where there's a lesson to be learned, and if we learn it, it wasn't a waste. Anyway, that's what I got for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.